Uaag Jubilee season. Uaag, I hope you will do something now, speedily. Please disperse. Pay attention, everyone, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, anyone that tells you that it's easy is not being just factual or truthful about the whole scenario. It's not easy to trust on, to believe on. And when the Bible talks about, now this brings the question before I say what I want to say. When the Bible talks about Abraham waited for 25 years for a promise before he became the father of faith. Today we say Abraham's blessings are mine. Abraham's blessings are mine. I'm blessed in the morning, blessed in the evening. Oh, Abraham's blessings are mine. And you never knew what it was for Abraham to wait for 25 solid years. And the Bible said during the period of his waiting, he never staggered through unbelief, but he was rather growing stronger. Now you could see that this was God who made a promise, but it took 25 years. Now we've been following a timeline for some time now on this grand disbursement, and some of us are beginning to curse one another, some are beginning to abuse, some are beginning to insult the other personality, having waited for, I don't know, maybe 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and all that. But then it doesn't look to seem good anymore. This one is even on a fund that is not ours. It was a promise. Agree with us that promise appears to be, it's almost like saying promise is a debt, so you got to fulfill it. But then we just believe, we trust God that it's going to come to pass. But up till now, it appears like it has not come to, not that it appears like it has not come to pass. We're still on hope, we're on trust, we're in confidence, and we believe that this is going to come to pass. Now, I want you to have this undefeated firmness of purpose. You know why? We have, as a matter of fact, needs to understand the process, the timeline that is riddled with hurdles, and to appreciate where we are right now. We need to understand how far we've come. We've gone a long way. Honestly, we've really gone a long way to be where we are right now. And the disbursement programs, particularly the ones that are rooted in empowerment, grants, and humanitarian activities and upliftments, like this particular one, the UAAG, the Theobat, the Centrita, the what again? The Supreme, all of these humanitarian services, they are no small task at all. In fact, these promises involved some layers of coordinations and activities that are rooted in trust, confidences, and over time, we've seen it moved or more of a metamorphosed from the IMF down to the MOU, down to the signatures, down to a lot of things that transpired over line. And the original timeline may have appeared so straightforwardly, and it promises of soon, which finally became common. And in the beginning, most believed that soon meant weeks or a few months. But the reality on ground right now requires a deeper restructuring, where from all of the systematic approaches and going from one place to another, and the process has morphed into a marathon. It appears like it's going to be a race. And when we hear from Jennifer Isaac over time, then we are hearing from what's the name of this man again, Ngozi Israel. Then we hear from Osim. Then we hear from Mr. Shalom. Then we hear from what's the name again, Reverend Moses from Abuja, and the rest of them. Anyao has stopped talking. Then of late we heard from Apostle Ken, and you see the whole process appears to be like a marathon. Yet, here is what many and a lot of people have missed. Every delay have added strength to the structure, not weakness. And every postponement have tightened the accountability checks for every individual. It has not led to confusion. As far as I'm concerned, every bottlenecks that we have received at different times, I've also cleared and ensured that when the disbursement finally begins, it will flow without hindrance. It's going to flow with it. So permit me for the birds sound you're hearing. I just like nature, so I'm in a natural place. All right. So over the past few weeks, events have also accelerated beyond expectations. Yes, over the past few weeks, and I used to say that the time we are is better than the time we have passed. Please, we have some privileged information that we cannot bring out to the open, and you just have to believe that. There are some vital privileged informations that we cannot bring out to the open, and they are quite very vital. They are quite very vital. You don't prepare people for something that would not happen. That's what I want you to know. You don't deploy internal dashboards if no actions, if there's no action that is imminent that's going to happen. You don't deploy such. You don't approve accounts also for funding if the tap won't soon be prepared. So I want you to know that whatever thing that is happening on the inside is to prepare you and I for what is coming. For what is coming. The wait has been painful. Some have sold their belongings. Others have watched their faith dimmed. A few, is it really a few? A lot have been mocked for still believing. Some of the messages we get in the comment section, it's like you are still a moron, you are still a mumu, you are still believing these people. A lot of things have been said that you don't know. The same way you don't know a lot of messages that are wrong that have been passed over time to certain people, and you don't get to just listen to them. We just have to filter them out. That's exactly how you wouldn't know certain things are going on that are actually proactive, and they're positive, and they're prospective going on at the back end, and you got not to know about them. Not because you are not qualified to know, but there are certain intricacies that we just had to protect for the sake of us. Let me just use the word for the sake of us. So because of something that is in you that made you to refuse to give up, something in your spirit that whisper that this one is different. This grant is not a scam, not a hoax, not a forgotten initiative. It has been fought for. It has been nurtured over time. It has battled for behind the scenes. So I want you to just understand this, that you were never waiting in vain. No, you were never waiting in vain. You were being prepared, not just for a monetary release coming to you, but for a deeper assignment. You are in here for stewardship. You are in here for leadership. This is part of what is shaping your mentality and shaping your character. For that responsibility that ahead of you is going to come with being a recipient of something that is bigger than yourself. So I want you to hold on. Just hold on. There are validations that are coming for you. Yes, there are validations that are coming for you. And then we also know that the prophetic affront that is released upon this formation coming from the county director is no joke at all. When you hear that this grant has been positioned to come, it is because it will not fail. Though it tarries, wait for it, it will come to pass. Some have said we have waited for too long, yet even in ancient scripture, the promise of rain, there was a time the promise of rain often come after years of drought. Yes, Noah had to wait, Joseph had to wait, even Jesus had to wait. That's to tell you that in your waiting season, you are not forgotten. You are being preserved. You were not overlooked. You were just being built to the stature of a perfect man. And now that patience will become proof, your endurance will turn to evidence also. That's my belief system. You will soon testify. I believe that the countdown to this miraculous happening has truly begun. We are no longer in the waiting stage, as it appears. We are in the announcement phase. Expect communication. Expect coordinators to give the live with confirmation in no distant time. Expect official statements. Expect some bulk alerts. It will roll into your account. And above all, expect your turn. For every person who stayed despite the long time of discouragement, for every beneficiary who encouraged others even while privately breaking down, for every coordinator who labored also, they labored without a penny. They have seen you. You might not know. They know you, and much importantly, heaven knows you. And your table is getting ready. There will be silence in the camp of the mockers. In other words, those who laughed when you prayed, those who mocked your posts, those who said this is another Ponzi scheme or this is another scam, they would watch as your name appears in credit. Let them watch and let them learn. Don't play. And if you play, you're going to learn. You're going to learn the hard way. Let your testimony teach them that delay is never denial, because you're going to testify. And let this be your next move. Be alert. Don't fall for last minute scams. No coordinator is going to ask you for money. What you see right now, going around flying up and down, pay money for this, pay money for that, be very careful. Be at alert. All right? You have to plan very wisely. This money coming for you is not for flaunting. It is for building. So build your dreams. It might be once in a lifetime opportunity. So build your dream. This is holiday time, so whatever you hear me say right now is nothing is really happening now. This is weekend, okay? Most of this best information comes at the beginning of the week, all right? So what I'm telling you right now is a motivation, is an encouragement to your life. So build your dreams. You're going to fund that business. You're going to pay those debts, all right? You're going to help your family. You're going to invest wisely. You're going to change lives. So this disbursement is not just about money, and it's not just about you alone. It's about destinies that needed to be aligned. It is the beginning of a new chapter in your life, to be a divine release for you and your family, a spiritual compensation. I believe that for everyone and for all the nights of that your silent tears. I might not see them. You see, a lot of requests begin to pop up. People cannot fund themselves. Some cannot pay their bills. Oh goodness. But the wait is over. By God's grace, the season has come. I want you to say that I'm ready. I will testify. I will not miss my portion. I believe and I receive. I rejoice in advance. My name is on that list, and my time is now. See, I believe that miracles happen. I don't know about you, but I believe that miracles happen. You know, the most painful aspect of all of this is if God forbid, and that's why I want to say this very carefully, and I want you to also say that with me, because your case will be that of a miracle. Even if your coordinator or your supervisor or your NGO heads have removed your name from the list, I don't care. For the sake that you stood so close to hear these words of motivations right on this channel, right and then every time. See, even if your coordinator or your supervisor. The best you know and the last you knew was when you sent your details to your coordinator who requested for the credentials, and after then, you never saw your list. You never knew where those names went, but maybe they have removed it and you don't know. See, power will take that name back. Anyone who wants to make you to cry after all these years of waiting and disbursement happens, and happens you're not funded, before that time comes, that's why we are sending this prayer. A miracle will put your name back on the list and omit their own. Anyone that removed your name, they shall be omitted. They have attempted you, but they will not get you. When it comes to this blessing, it's going to come to you. So say this after me. My name is on the list. I'm saying this because I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. You will not spectate in others' blessings. No, you will not. You will not wait this long and finally you see others being credited and you begin to ask questions. You go to an occasion, they are sharing food. When it is time to give you, they say food finish. And when they want to share toothpick, they started from you. What kind of a spirit is that? See, your case is changing. Nobody will remove your name. And if peradventure they have attempted it, anyone that tries it again, God will visit them. I know what I'm saying, because your time is now. Let this get to you. Please, your time is now. This message is not wishful. It is not another delay tactics. No, it is the truth that is birthed in transparency. It is the truth that is shaped in reality. And this will be wrapped in manifestation. We will soon meet in celebration groups. We will soon meet in testimony pages, on social media posts, with screenshots of alerts, in Thanksgiving gatherings, in empowerment summits. We will soon meet. So until then, get ready, because your time is not just coming,